Good morning. My name is Diane, and I'm going to be talking to you this morning about money management. First, I represent the elements of poor management and how each one or a combination of those behaviors contributes to the overall problem of poor management. We'll talk about the needs and wants and the importance of establishing a sound understanding of the difference between need and want. In addition, we'll do a group exercise that will emphasize the categorization of wants and needs and how you can incorporate that into your budget. My generalizations are knowing the difference between wants and needs is an important part of learning to manage money, especially in tough economic times. It's easy to spend money, but it's not easy to spend money wisely. One way to help you spend wisely is to separate your needs from your wants and spend money primarily on your needs. Poor management is the primary reason that couples cite as a reason for seeking financial counseling or marital counseling. We're first going to start with the poor money management grid, which basically all of these are behaviors that we have that any one of them can cause a problem with your management of money. But so many people have all of these or some of these, and it makes a big difference in how far your money goes. My last presentation was on planned budgeting, and we talked about creating a budget, determining how much money you have coming in, and categorizing your expenses. The second level of this is not being able to prioritize needs and wants, and that's what we'll talk about today. Some of the other areas are impulse buying, which is, and I know I do this a lot. I'll go to the store and I'll see something on sale, and although it's not in the budget, I'll buy it because it's a good deal. And that gets me in trouble because then there's not enough money to buy groceries or to buy gas. The other interesting thing is when bills and statements come, we feel like if we don't open them, it doesn't exist. Or say you've gone over, you've got bank charges on bank statement, and you don't open it because then the charges aren't there, but they really are there, and it really causes a lot of problems because you end up with less money at the end of the month. As a result of this, you creep into debt, you're spending on what you can't afford, and it's just a vicious cycle. So presentation today is just going to be focused on prioritizing the needs and wants. Okay, what do we really need? We need a roof over our head. We need enough food and water to maintain our health. We need clothing and basic health and hygiene. At the beginning of the century, and I thought this was really interesting, the average American had 72 wants and considered only 18 of them important. In the year 2000, we had 496 wants, and 96 of those were considered genuine necessities. So as a society, we've changed and we want more, and which causes our problems because we have to work harder, we have to budget more to make sure we meet our needs. Now this slide was really interesting to me too because it was what we really feel like we need, especially in today's age. We have like 90% feeling like the car is a necessity, whereas way back when that was the luxury. To have air conditioning in your home or air conditioning in your car, we see that as a necessity or a need. TV is real high as a need, but do we really need a television to survive? Home computers, another one. That one, I think that's more of a generational item. As you get older, or your older generation didn't grow up with computers and didn't grow up, having that be their way of communicating, and now it's sort of shifted. So we've got kind of half and half on that one. And then your cell phone, and that's another interesting one because what we're finding now is that people, instead of having telephones, home telephones, they are using their cell phones instead. And I'm not quite sure if it's cheaper or if it's the crossover between the two, but they're using those more and more. Okay, we're going to do an activity now, and everyone's going to be involved in this one. So I have 6 sets of cards. If I could get you to go into 6 groups. You guys are grouped. One more step. You're alone. The cards, if you just take them out, there should be 17 of them. And you're going to do this activity based upon this scenario. We have Stephen and Laura Maher, and married with 2 children, Nathan age 10 and Christian age 7. Lauren is a stay-at-home mom. She operates a small business that nets about $500 a month. Stephen's take-home pay is $5,000 per month. Based upon this scenario, you can determine which expenses the family can afford for the month of October. We're going for this month. Basically, the first thing I'd like you to do is to separate your cards into needs and wants. Take a couple of minutes.
I think internet. Cell phone. Okay.
Yeah, just go to the phone and
Got them separated? Are we good? Are we happy with what we have? Okay, now I want you to take the needs cards, turn them over, and then we want to add them up. Add up what those are. Does anyone need a, you guys have like a cell phone or calculator? Does someone need a calculator? Can you read them up to me? 450, 400, 1800. 200, 500, 550, 600, 150, 4675. Still leaves money. Are we close? Well, they have to have one. I think
Stephen pays for everything right now. Exactly 5,000.
He pays everything, so 500 is for the extras, right?
Yep.
Okay, what totals did you get? What did some of you come up with?
4675.
4675. So what did you guys come up with?
For which section?
For the needs.
For the needs, what was it?
I think it was like 5,000.
That was the needs?
Yeah.
It was 5,000. Oh, okay. What did you guys come up
We
with?
got 5,000.
5,000?
5,003.
That was for needs.
Yeah.
Okay, now do you see where the problem comes in here? Because if $5,000 on needs and you have $500 left for, what do you have left? So the telephone doesn't get paid. It doesn't have piano lessons.
That's a landline. We don't need like, yes, if we take out the internet, can we use somebody else's Wi-Fi? Right? Yeah. Go. You go to Starbucks. We'll just go to Starbucks. That's a hassle.
In your wants column, how much did you have? How much were your wants?
475.
475.
Oh, what was left over?
So, what we have to look at, what I came up with were, these were my needs, and it changes depending on the person, I think, just depending on what your circumstances are, but your basic needs. I have your rent and mortgage, utilities. I put the cell phone in because I felt like the telephone, you know, they could do both. I put in auto number 2, not both cars. Savings of $550, gasoline, and insurance. Those were my needs. Did anyone have anything different? Or do you see?
You use 2 autos.
You put 2 autos?
Yeah, so you put it as needs.
I put one as a need, one as a want. Okay.
Can you go over them one more time?
Mortgage, utilities, cell phone, auto, number 2, savings, gasoline, and insurance.
No groceries.
Oh, I didn't say groceries? Groceries. Sorry.
We put in internet.
You put in internet?
Yeah, just for the small business at home.
So based upon the scenario that I have, and I agree, the internet, like I said, that's kind of a generational thing, and I think the internet is really important. Actually, I have one at home, and I don't know how I could do without the internet. So there are a lot of those. But what about your piano lessons for your kid, or your flag football, or you know, those are the things that you have to take into consideration. So that would mean that on the need side, you would probably need to go in and make some changes or cut some things. But that's basically my presentation on needs and wants. It's just a way to make you think and consider what those are, what they should be. And thank you for coming.